Just a reminder, companies do not care about you. 5 weeks ago, I applied for a new job as my contract was ending. This new position that I was applying for was a full-time, direct hire role. I went through 3 virtual interviews and then flew out for a final interview. The day after my final interview, I received a phone call and an offer from the hiring manager. I accepted the job. My hire date was scheduled for this coming Monday. I had received my laptop and several other pieces of company-issued equipment over the past day and a half. This morning, I started the onboarding process. I got a call this afternoon from the VP of HR that the company was now officially in a hiring freeze and that the job I was supposed to start on Monday was not going to start at all. They would also send me the instructions for sending back all of the equipment that they sent to me. So, just a reminder, that your company doesn't give a shit about you. Best statement I ever heard was, old person talking to young person: the only people that will remember that you worked late 3 months from now is your family. Your boss and co-workers will forget in 2 weeks. Keep that in mind forever. Tell them to send a courier for their equipment. Gas and labor isn't free. Kept a free laptop and computer from a company since they refused to send a courier. They can still get them back, but I'm not driving to their office. That is horrid. Sorry you're experiencing that. Sounds like a place that would be lousy to work for. I would ask what the pay is for returning said equipment. If it's not enough, tell them to send a courier for it, and you'll try to meet them. After all, you are busy looking for a real job, not a frozen one. Not an attorney, but depending on where you live you may be able to pursue a claim for promissory estoppel. Look up the laws in your area and maybe even speak with an employment attorney to explore your options. But family, crying face. OMG. I've been a hiring manager for 25 years. I have never once had to pull a job offer once it was accepted. All open postings were pulled immediately, but once we had written acceptance to an offer, then it was a done deal. That's just outrageous. If you have the offer in writing, and you acceptance in writing, I would submit for unemployment. AITA varies wildly by state, but you may qualify. At the very least, they will have to spend time and effort denying it. I find it dumb that they still require you to fly out for the final interview. Another online interview would have sufficed. Thanks for the reminder, thumbs up. I'm going to say it, it's okay to be petty to people who screwed you over. Fuck being the nice guy to them. Oh, shows your true colors. No, my true colors are treating others as they treat you, or this new term, fuck around and find out. It might not feel like it now, but you dodged a bullet. Any company that would do that is either highly unethical or financially unstable or both. Brother, I feel your pain. I started a new job a week ago and today they laid off my entire department except for me, my direct manager. What the fuck? Everyone who was onboarding me gone. We are all a number. The people at the top don't give a fuck. We aren't a family if you lay people off without any forewarning. Here, never get fooled into thinking the institution you work for hired you because they care about you. It's a transaction. You provide them a service for a fee. When it comes to work, the only person who should care about you is you. And I don't give a fuck about them. Yes, but looks at it from the business perspective, workers are just a resource like printer ink or toilet paper. LOL, you all need reminders. Corporations don't care about you. This is going to sound cynical, but of course the company doesn't care about you. That's not their job. Their job is to make money. Their job is to build wealth for their shareholders. Their job is not to care about you. Almost everybody has to learn this the hard way. Always remember, you can fall in love with your job, but your job doesn't fall in love with you. What shocks me every time on here is how surprised people are that companies don't care about them. I thought that was pretty much a given. There are some employers that try to pretend to, but to me that almost seems worse. Did you sign documents and a contract? Maybe call a lawyer? As if we needed another reminder. Send it back in pieces. Dude, I'd keep the equipment. Alternatively, they care about you the same way Soylent Green Enterprises cared about its employees. Companies see you as a slave. A lot of people don't understand this fact to this day. That is so not true. During the pandemic, many companies reached out to me to tell me we were in it together. In my opinion, you just got paid for the labor you've done so far with a new laptop. Hold it as a collateral till they pay for the onboarding and compensate you for the process. Invoice then. Tell them you'll file a mechanic's lien and will sell it off if they don't do it by a due date. It takes time to pack up equipment and send it back, even if they pay for the shipping. They should pay you for that time. My company does. But it's a small company and we all are on a first-name basis with the owner. That's why you should OA. Or at least not quit one job before actually starting the next job. OA for a month until you know what you're getting into. No, companies don't care about you. They aren't your parents or your friends. They are in business to make money. Why would they care about you? They had no vested interest in you though. Think about the employees who probably lost jobs. Claim companies don't care. Preemptively half-ass and openly give no fucks. Company returns the favor. In der Tat und C. They never did. But you being a clown ain't helping your case. More people not understanding the world. News at 11. Just a reminder. You guys are all fucking delusional crybabies. I think if you guys would pull your heads out of your asses and stop being perpetually pissed off at everything, you might enjoy life a little more. Stop trying to bring others down with you just because you are unsatisfied with your shitty life. Remember, they can charge you with theft of company property, or improper access to a database if you don't return it. A hiring freeze? That's a thing? If it's a shitty laptop, leave it on your stoop and tell them to pick it up. Have you signed a labor contract? They can't do that. You have a reasonable expectation of employment. Maybe I'm too European to understand this. Here, if you get an offer, you get a contract with it. That contract is signed before your first day is set. For that to be invalidated, they would have to go through a firing process, which includes a notice to you about your regular termination. 2-4 weeks at least. Sounds like you got some free shit to me. But not really. There is probably some bullshit legal way they can fuck you over if you keep it, so probably don't do that. Do you think this is bad? Just wait till you get injured at work. At that point, you are labeled damaged goods. They have a 15-day clause period to where they will wait 15 days after your case closes to fire you. It will, no matter how many years you have worked there. Your situation is horrible, but someone told me one thing, which was they are just renting you for the time you work for them, and they are, in most cases, horrible tenants that play by their own rules. Then why do they say they care at every pizza party? Did you sign a contract? Oh man, that would be amazing if you sued them for breach of contract. Google promissory estoppel, ring a lawyer, and see if it applies to you. I've seen other posts where people have relocated and successfully sued after their job offer was pulled. No company cares about their employees, only how much money they can make. Think 2008 hiring freeze with the possibility that it could be worse. If history gives any hints to could happen in the future, with everyone being laid off and overqualified people accepting secondary basic jobs to pay bills, you will need 10 years experience to find a good professional employer next. Prayers to all who graduated in this catastrophic system who are incapable of lying on their resumes just to get a job. Disregard the email and log on anyways and get to work. Yeah, if you relocate, don't you dare start a lease or buy a house until a few weeks into the job. You can't trust any of these bastards.